Did you guys miss me? I have been gone for 2 weeks, two weeks, and I got so many messages and phone calls and texts and all kinds of things that you guys were missing me. So I came back to Soul Space, and I'm welcoming all of you into the Soul Space tonight. We're going to have a great show. We're going to open the phone lines in a little bit, but first I want to talk a little bit about the energy. We have a beautiful full moon coming in on the 20th, which I guess is Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday is the 20th. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to open up the phone lines because tonight is actually your night as a give back and a thank you for all the beautiful support you guys have been giving me. I'm going to open up the phone lines and you can call in and talk to me about any situation that you have on your mind, and I'll give you my read on it. We'll pull a couple of cards and I'll just give you some spiritual advice. I know we're all in a little bit of challenge now. It's a really intense time, and I wish I had better news for you, but things are going to get a little more intense before they get better. 2022 is looking good, but we got to get through the end of 2021, and it is intense. But what I can say about this year is that many of us have changed, and we have changed drastically. So I'm going to share the show before we get really doing our deep dive. And you guys remember, if you got a situation or something at home, you can call me in a little while. But we have that beautiful full moon coming in soon, and that full moon is going to be in Aries. And let me share this to all my pages, because every time I do this, you guys are all like, I didn't find your show. I need you to share. And my share button's not here. There it is. Copy link. Here I am. I always feel like there's dead air when I do this. I should hire somebody just to talk for a few minutes, or we should have a commercial so that I could do a commercial and then have everybody just come on and do this for me. It's always different every time. Facebook changes everything. And I want to say that I've really been conflicted lately about whether or not I should stay on Facebook as content. And I've decided to, because all of you really look for me there. But I will say, I really feel, and I'm probably going to get booted off the air for saying this, but I feel like Facebook, with the exception of a few gorgeous people like you that are watching me right now, is a wasteland. There, I said it, okay? Put me in Facebook jail. And I'll tell you why I think that in a couple of minutes. But first, I'm going to keep sharing this show, because right now I need to use that wasteland to the best of its ability. Don't call me a hypocrite, okay? So we're going to go over to the Georgia Rose Zencuda site, and we're going to share the show again, because we are live now in the Soul Space. And if all of you could share the show, that would be awesome as well. Put it on your pages, put it everywhere, because we're going to have some really good dialogue tonight, and I want everybody to know this show, the Soul Space, is the place to be. All right, so here we are, live in the Soul Space. So, when I say that I feel like Facebook is a wasteland, I think the reason why I feel that way is because I feel the general energy, we're going to do a little energy update right now, and I feel the general energy right now is all about wanting to belong. And I was thinking about this the other day, and something came out with a conversation I was having with one of my friends, and I realized that a lot of our motivation right now is about that. It's about feeling like, wanting to feel like we belong, wanting to feel like we're part of a group, like we're part of something, like we're with like-minded individuals. And I think the reason for that is because we have so much divisiveness and so much separation right now out there in the world. And I feel like so many of us just, we can't take the separation. It started with the COVID thing where we all had to go home and be in our homes, and we were all alone, and we felt separated in that regard physically. We, just to get a hug, we were all kind of jonesing for that. And then it got worse and worse as the country did start to interact again and see each other. We all began to feel like we weren't part of something, like everybody was split in two and we were losing friends on social media, and people were really arguing and having so much conflict. And I think what's happened from that whole year of that, and really since January of 2020, more than a year, what's happened is we've all come into a space where we want to belong to something, want to feel part of something, whether that's like-minded individuals or like-hearted individuals. We really want that connection. But I think what's happening is we're going to the wrong places for those connections. And social media in general, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, have some really positive attributes. They're great for displaying positive messages, and we can have so much connectivity on them like we're doing right now. But it's also, if you're going there to get that feeling of belonging, these sites are created to never give you that. These sites are created to make you wanting more and more and more. And how do you create a situation where people want more of something? You keep them dissatisfied. You keep them questioning. You keep them in doubt. And then they'll keep coming back for reinforcement. So keep that in mind when you're utilizing your social media and you're going to social media for that feeling of belonging, that the whole premise behind social media is to make you feel isolated. It's designed to make you think that it's there so that you have companionship, so you have connection. But has anyone ever really felt that connected on a post or from an interaction? No, the connection comes when you're one-on-one, when you're coming off the platform and messaging, or you're coming off the platform and watching a video like this, or you're calling into this show, or you're commenting on this show. That's where the interaction comes from. It's still human connection. You can't get that just from scrolling through the news feed. You can't get that just from posting something and throwing it out there. You know, it's like, let me take this piece of clay and throw it against the wall and see if that connects me with something. That's really kind of what it's like. So I just wanted to put that out there because I've been really ambivalent lately, and I've been really conflicted about whether to keep putting my content on Facebook or to go with a different medium. And for now, I'm going to still have content on Facebook, but I want you all to know sincerely from my heart, you're going to start seeing a lot of content other places, whether it's my own personalized website or some other platforms that I'm working on. But this space, the Soul Space, will still be televised on Facebook Live through Strong Island Television and also through all of my sites. And in addition to that, you can watch the replay at 8 o'clock on channel 115 on Optimum Cable, if you have that, through the Altice Network. So let me see who's online right now, and then I want to talk about, again, that feeling of belonging a little bit and that energy update that we're going to do. I also really feel that a lot of us are looking for that feeling of belonging and that feeling of connection in the wrong place, even in our lives. And one of the things that a guru had said to me many years ago that I never forgot was, be careful where you seek pleasure. And I think sometimes we go into the real world, the outside world, from our own little worlds, and we want something, and we want to feel desired, or we want to feel part of something, or we want to feel loved. And we start to seek pleasure in places and seek that in places that maybe we really shouldn't. So remember that, because the energy right now and the astrology right now is one where we're going to be very tempted to react instead of instinctively respond to things. And we all know, being in the higher energy, we want to really respond and not react. And I'm going to get into the astrology in a little bit, and then we'll open up the phone lines. Just want to see who is on for us right now, looking at my comments. Okay. Hi, Joanne. How are you? And Janine's on. Sarah, I'm back. Marilyn, how are you? Marilyn is also a very spiritual reader in our Zencuda community. And John Mineta is back. Mineta was on the show not too long ago. We've got some fabulous guests coming on for November. I'm going to put all that up in a little bit. I've got Joe Dario, who's a local psychic, coming on. I've got a couple of other people coming on, some beautifully spiritual musical people coming on. November is going to be a fabulous month for guests. So I'm going to dive into the astrology right now. If anybody has any comment they want to make about the energy and what you guys have been feeling, I would love to see that online. So we've got this big full moon coming in. Ooh, look at my eyebrows with these glasses on. So we've got this big full moon in Aries. And the full moon in Aries is a little bit of an intense, powerful, I shouldn't say a little bit. The full moon in Aries is very powerful and very intense. I feel like I say that every week on the show, but I got to tell you, this week is going to be one of the most powerful weeks of the year. Not the most, but one of the most. And the great thing about this week is it's going to really make us motivated, and we're going to start to feel that push forward because a lot of our planets just went direct. You can see a post that I did on Sunday on my Facebook page about that. And just a programming note. Many times you'll see astrology memes or astrology posts that say that, oh, Jupiter went direct today. We're going to feel a sudden bit of energy. And that's really not accurate. When a planet goes direct, a planet goes from being very slow to moving a little bit faster. And when it does that, like anything else, it takes a little while for the energy to adjust. So there's never really this sudden like, oh my God, Mercury's out of retrograde. It takes a few days for the planets to readjust to their normal speed. So whenever you see a planet is ending a retrograde, give it a couple of days before things start to feel a little bit more normal. So this full moon in Aries, the reason why I say that is because this full moon in Aries on Wednesday is coming on the heels of Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury is coming out of retrograde actually today, I believe. Mercury came out of retrograde the 18th, yes. And Pluto are all going direct now after a summer, spring, summer, and into the early fall here of them all being in retrograde. When a planet's in retrograde, it slows up to make us more introspective about whatever the archetype, whatever the energy of that planet is. So when it starts to move forward, that's when we can now take action. And I have a really great post on my page that describes what each one of those planets' energy really is and how it's going to play out. But for right now, we know we've been in a really strong and really long drawn out conflict between freedom versus restraint, right? That's globally, it's in our own personal lives, it's in the macrocosm out there in the world. That has been since January of 2020. This full moon touches on some of those points from January 2020 in the cosmos and the zodiac. So we're going to feel a repeat of some of that energy. But the way this energy plays out now, because the full moon is in Aries, and Aries is fire, it's our driver, it's ruled by Mars. So that's going to make us take action in whatever restraints, whatever feeling of restrictions we've had in our life. But be very careful these next 2 weeks, at least until Halloween, because as Pluto goes direct, as Jupiter goes direct, as Saturn goes direct, the energy is going to feel a little bit uneasy, a little bit more reactive. And so what will happen is you may want to take an action and be compelled to take an action. But what I'm going to say to all of you is try and sit on your hands for a little bit and let it happen gradually. Don't be impulsive and try not to be too reactive, too much of that Uranian, sudden, unexpected type of things energy. You want to be passionate. You want to be organized. You want to plan and prepare, but you don't want to go out and start shooting from the hip and start changing certain things in your life. When this full moon hits, we're going to feel a lot of restlessness. We're going to feel a lot of nervousness. It's in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. It's a fire sign. So it's going to want to call on Mars and kind of knock on Mars's door and say, hey, Mars, come on, we're ready to do it, man. We're ready to go to battle. We're ready to play. But Mars is in Libra right now. And Mars doesn't like being in Libra. So when Aries knocks on Mars's door and says, come on, ruler, come on out and play. We got some stuff to take care of here. Libra, Mars in Libra is a little bit of a holdback. It's not in its ultimate power. Mars in Libra is too worried about what everyone else thinks in order to do what it wants. That's one of the lower energies of Libra. So Mars in Libra is going to hold back. But Aries, and that full moon touching that Aries point, is going to want Mars to operate, to react, to go forward. So you're going to be uncomfortable in this energy. You're going to feel restless, and you're going to feel nervous, and you're going to want to do something. But my advice is to pull back. Go into the energy of fairness, of harmony, of really thinking about what do I need to do? What is the universe asking me to do, and how can I prepare for it? This energy can also make some people very hypercritical, so you may be criticized or you may be critical. My advice is if you have something in your life where someone is now criticizing you or being too critical of you, the best course of action is either to ignore it if you really feel it's not valid, or if you do think it has some validity, simply ask without getting angry, well, what do you think I could have done better? And see what their answer is. Because most of the times people criticize without a solution or without a suggestion, and that's just totally has no value. So don't even let it bother you. But if someone brings you constructive criticism and is able to tell you, well, I would have done it this way, and you can take that away, then that's productive. That's evolution, right? So remember that, because it's going to be a very critical energy. Things are moving very fast now. Harmony and balance is difficult to achieve because we've got that Aries-Libra axis on this full moon, and we've got all these planets that just went direct. So it's almost like a gas break. You want to just bust out of that. But I'm going to tell you, sit for a little bit of time, because we really don't have these squares that are happening with Pluto and some other transits. We really don't have those going into harmony until around Halloween, around the end of the month. November, the energy changes a lot. That's when you really feel that motivation, more harmonious with the planets moving forward, with Pluto showing you what needs to die in order to be reborn, things like that. All of this, all these months culminate in one thing, and that's regeneration. And when I say regeneration, what I'm talking about is you need to understand that something from the past was a restriction, an obstacle, even though you held onto it for dear life and it's got claw marks on it, and you will argue with anyone who tells you it's a restriction because you think it's your security, your safety, and that you must have it. But that's what all these months have been about, is releasing and letting go of something that is at actuality your restriction and your obstacle that you believed in, that you fought for, that you thought was something that you had to live for. And so basically we have to deal with what needs to be released, what needs to be forgotten, what is destroyed in order to build something new. The reward will come when you step through that and you release and you let go of whatever that is for you. And it's different for all of us on an individual basis based on our charts. If you'd like a reading about how that affects you personally, I can absolutely do that. You just give me a call or book your reading through zencuda.com. In the end, all of these things get resolved because where the nodes of the moon are right now is in Gemini and Sagittarius. That's higher learning, it's thinking, it's coming to a resolution by having a higher consciousness about whatever the restriction or the obstacle was about. If you've made wrong or impulsive decisions, things may get a little more hectic before they get better. If you've been doing the right thing and really trying to take right action, then the rewards come now towards the end of the month. Towards the end of the month, that 28th and 30th date, that's going to be a place where you start to be a little skeptical about the things in your life, but move forward because there are benefits there and the rewards will come. This full moon is a time to prepare for the new cycle that's coming in. When the new moon comes in on November 4th, that's when the rewards come, the reconciliations come, the regeneration come. There's going to be important repercussions if you act before that new moon in Libra, which is on the 4th of November. So we're in a preparation time. Don't go out and change things now. Wait until that November time, all right? And basically this is, what do I have to sacrifice in order to gain more? And the sacrifice is not easy, you know. And I had a session with somebody over the weekend, and the angels came and kind of told me something which I thought was a really beautiful question, which we all need to ask about. These things in our life that we worship and we treasure and we work so hard for that are really fake, you know, things that we think are our security, but they're really not. They're really holding us back from our purpose or a higher level or a gain in our life. Ask yourself, is that person, is that thing, is that situation, is that place, is it lovable? Because if the answer is no, and that's really not lovable, it's not going to benefit from love, you're not able to love it, him, her, that, whatever, then you need to move on. You need to release it, whether that's a situation, a geographic location, a person, a job situation, whatever it is. If it's not lovable, get the hell out of it. That's my advice. But prepare until after the new moon on the 4th. So, comments, questions, live calling in. We've got live number 516-945-9099. I memorized the number, Bob. I know it now. Only took me a few weeks, right? So how are you guys all doing? I'm not seeing my comments. It takes a while for them to cycle. I got to refresh the page. And you can call in. Let me read your situations. Let me find out what's going on with all of you. And if you have questions about the astrology, definitely let me know about that too. So one of the things that I don't know why it's not showing all my comments. Here we are. One of the things that I was, hi Bruno. Hi Elaine. Yay, missed you too, baby. See, Joanne's saying she's nervous. Bobby, make the numbers a little bigger. Well, I can tell you what they are because we have a lot of people that actually listen to me on Alexa and they don't even watch a screen. So I got a phone call. The number for those of you out there is 516-945-9099. Hi, you're in the soul space. Welcome.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I am good. Is this John?
It is.
How are you? How are you feeling?
Very good, thank you. Very good, thank you.
Your energy feels lighter.
Oh, is that a good thing, I guess?
It is a good thing. It's a very good thing.
So how are you?
I am doing good. I had my 2 weeks off of ambivalence from social media, and I feel a lot better now.
Okay, you had to re-energize.
I did. I had to retreat in order to re-energize, and I always think of that as, I'm a Sag rising, and Venus is going to go into Sagittarius now, and that's the arrow. Sagittarius is the arrow, and I always think of it as you got to pull back in order to hit your target.
Okay, and that's
so
it.
Yeah. So
every
once in a while we got to retreat in order to recharge.
Absolutely. Got to do what's good for the soul.
Yeah, and I like to massage my soul every once in a while. So, what's going on with you, John? Do you have a question tonight, or something you want me to get a read on?
I'm gonna let you go. Whatever you're feeling with me.
I got to tell you,
Okay.
I'm feeling I got to read on your health.
Okay.
And I feel, when you called in, I was like, your energy feels a lot lighter. And
Okay.
I feel like, I think it's the movement. I know you've been walking and doing some things. I see your posts. And I feel like the movement has helped you to move energy. And it's funny because we were just talking about like blockages and obstacles. And I feel sometimes when we physically move, we actually move the energy a little bit so we can respond differently to things in our life.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm going to tell you, keep moving, because I feel like that movement was really what you needed. I feel like you had a lot of stagnated energy. Yeah. Do you feel like that?
Well, I definitely needed to get out there again. There's no doubt about it. Just to get out back in nature and clear my head and be out there. There's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? You just when you're out walking through the forest, and it's just a beautiful thing.
Walking through the forest.
You just take nature in. It's beautiful.
I got a picture of Little Red Riding Hood when you said that. So
I haven't seen her run through the forest. If I see her, I'll tell you you're looking for her.
Definitely. You may see her. You never know these days. And it's so funny that you say that because even today, this is like divine orchestration that you're even calling in because you're telling me what I need to hear. Because on the way over to the studio tonight, the sky was unbelievable. In the Northeast where we are, the sunsets in the fall are just amazing. And the sky and the clouds were it was like a picture. It was like angels or something. And I was driving into it and I was thinking, geez, I didn't go out of the house all day. And that disconnection you feel when you're not in nature is really palpable.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing like getting outside. Even if you just get outside, like you said, look at the clouds or whatever. But if you get yourself into nature, it's just a different experience.
You said
it really does. your mind. You know,
I often
it
tell
just
people when they're on the journey and they're beginning their journey to spiritual stuff and spirituality, I always say just walk every day or go out in nature.
absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. It's the best thing. It frees you. It frees you.
It does for
It
you.
it it free. At least I feel that way, 100%.
It's that
Like,
connection to the divine that brings us to a beautiful place. So, John, I picked 3 cards, and
oh,
I want to tell you the first card I got is a card of recognition. It's the Six of Wands. And I feel like that is actually meant not as public recognition for you, but that it's actually recognition of you taking charge of your health again. And
okay.
the universe saying, you know, we see you, we want you to keep moving forward with this, but you're not out of the woods yet. I feel like there's still some things that you got to do and have going for you. Do you have another procedure or something that you have to do?
Yeah, I have one more.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
what I'm
one more.
feeling.
Yeah.
So that's your hurdle. And what I'm seeing is that whatever habits and whatever changes you're making right now, whether it's the daily walk or whatever it is, diet, exercise, whatever it is, you know, if you're being more full of self-care, what I'm seeing now is they really want you to keep doing those things because that's going to help you with any challenge you have during the time frame when you have this other procedure. So
Right,
it's
right.
really a preparation. Like I was saying, this is a time of preparing in the next 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And so keep building yourself up. Get as strong as you possibly can because that's really what they want you to do. And the other thing I'm seeing here is I have the Empress card, which is the three. It's a major arcana card in the tarot. And when I see the Empress card in a spread like this, and I'm really talking about health, this card, which is also the Venus card, which is things we love and value, I feel like this is a woman coming in who's very nurturing. And I don't know if this is someone who's yet to be in your life or if it's someone who's going to be relatively new, but I feel like there's a new relationship that comes in. And she's almost appearing to me like a nurse kind of a person. Not that you need nursing, but that she has that caring, like even like her hands, when she touches you, it just feels nurturing. So, and it's not someone from the past. It's not someone like on the other side. This is definitely someone that comes into your energy fields.
Huh.
So yeah, so keep an eye for that. It could even just be someone who takes care of you when if you're in the hospital or if you're in an outpatient and just like makes an impression on you. I don't know, but there's definitely a connection coming in. I don't know if it's romantic or not. It could be. I don't know. So they're not showing
Right.
me that. So because we're not supposed to know. So, but know
No.
that there is some feminine person, female person coming in that's very nurturing. You may have already met her. I don't know.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. So if there's someone that comes to mind as I'm saying this to you, then that's the person.
Okay.
But
Okay.
definitely, and I know, I'm trying to say this delicately. I know in the past you maybe had relationships where the person wasn't very nurturing. This is definitely a nurturing energy.
Okay.
And it's almost like when that comes into your life, you don't realize how much you missed having that or needed that. And you experience it. It's really beautiful. And I'm going to pick a soul card to confirm this reading. Yeah, this soul card, I don't know if Bobby can put it on camera. This kind of confirms the reading for me because it's like, if you look at this card, it's 2 people with blindfolds on. And in between them is like a guru or an angel or a light being, almost like this is divinely orchestrated. But when you come together, you don't see each other. It takes a little while for you to really discover and see who each other is. And that's this energy. Like someone comes in, maybe it's from someone in the health field that takes care of you or whatever, or gives you some advice. And it just seems like that. But then it comes into some kind of a very, very important connection.
Right. Right. Right.
And this soulmate card, that's what it looks like to me. It's like 2 faces, right? You can see. And you can get the energy of them being close and having this connection, but they don't see it right away. And it's divinely connected. When you look at these 2 hands are covering the eyes. almost like someone above is saying, we're going to put these two people together, but it's not going to come together like that. It's like it develops as a friendship or whatever. But this is a very deep connection, and it's divinely orchestrated. I'm telling you, I get this very strongly. So
Very interesting.
something's coming, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you know something, like you got intuition about this.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. You're definitely right. You're definitely right.
We'll have to talk
I'll
later.
What was that?
We'll have to talk later.
Yes, we will. We will. We will. We will. Definitely. You're reading my mind.
Uh-oh. I'm supposed to do that.
I know. That's scary, no. Because I was just going to text you. We got to talk later.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So
Bye-bye.
that's what the soul space is all about. It's about connections. It's about us supporting each other. So I would love for you all to kind of send some really good energy to John, because John is such a beautiful soul, and he has been having some health issues. He's on the road to recovery, and he needs some nurturing and some energy. So let's just send him a big, beautiful ball of Zenkuda Z-Light out there. So what I'm going to impart on all of you for a minute is, if I could ask you guys for help, because I know a lot of you I've helped over the years, and you've all helped me, and we learn from each other. But if you have someone that you would like to see in the soul space as my guest, I would love it if you would just forward the name to me, either through Messenger, or for those of you who connect with me on a direct basis, however you can find me. Messenger is fine. Just send me a message with that name and what that person does, and I'll reach out to them, because we are starting to book up for guests into this year and next. So I want to broaden our horizons here in the soul space. So if there's a healthcare professional, or someone with a modality like Reiki, or a reader, or whatever it is, all kinds of different things and modalities that we have out there, I would love to have them come on the show. All right, so send me your peeps. Hi, welcome to the Soul Space.
You still got me on.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, hi, you're still here.
I'm still here.
It's a voice from beyond. Did you have another question, or did you just forget to hang up?
I thought you were supposed to hang up.
Oh.
Okay, I'll hang up. Take care, Georgia.
Okay, I love you. Bye. So can you tell I'm so professional and know what I'm doing? Katie Couric has nothing to worry about. So I have to tell you guys, I have a day job where I do real estate. I've been a real estate broker for 25 years. I sell houses. I train agents. I do all this crazy stuff. I love it all, right? So I don't really spend a lot of time in an office. I work from home a lot unless I see clients, etc. So I was in the office the other day. Hi, welcome to the Soul Space. You're interrupting my story. So I was you gotta love this show. It's like gonna be on like classic bloopers. So, so I was in the office the other day, and just being me, and a couple of my fellow agents came up to me and they're like, Georgia, we never knew you were this funny. We see you on Zoom doing training and this and that, and we see you with your clients and you're hardcore and you're negotiating, but you're really funny. You're like hilarious. So I hope you guys find me funny, because apparently a lot of people do. Hello, welcome to the Soul Space. We're having fun in here tonight.
Hi, sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay, you're allowed to. So, how can I help you? I believe this is a voice from another one of our Soul Space regulars, which is Janine Gemelli. I forgot to shut my phone off, so. See, I'm in demand, people. This show is just totally jumped the shark. So, Janine, how are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How are you?
This energy's a little wacky, but I'm hanging in there too. So do you have a situation or a question you wanted to ask us?
Well, things have been wacky, especially with work, the world, and life itself.
Yeah. The energy feels very speeded up, doesn't it? I feel like we're all speeded up.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know you're a Capricorn. So for you, Pluto is still in your sign. It will be till 2023 or so. And with Pluto in Capricorn, we're all suffering from it a little bit. But those of you whose sun is in Pluto, like Janine's, and you're Cappy people, you're feeling this more intensely than anybody. And the way it's going to play out in your life depends on what house it's in your chart. But it could be in your career sector, which I think it is for actually Janine. And so that's where you're going to have a lot of things topsy-turvy. But keep in mind what I said about Pluto wants to transform things. But Pluto transforms things through death. So it will, that can be a literal death, or it could be the death of something that you love, something you value. But Pluto doesn't do it to be a meanie and a big old bad wolf. Pluto does that so that you have a bigger gain once you release something from the past. And I know we talk sometimes, and I know that you are actually trying to improve yourself by going back to school and things like that. And I think that's a very key component in getting away from a lot of the chaos and craziness that you have in your life. Because I think that is something like that's scary. You have to let go of one thing to go to another, but you're doing it. So the universe is going to reward you. We have a word for that kind of when we have to like let go of something in order to grab onto something better. And we call that monkey branching. Because if you ever watch a monkey, they go from branch to branch, right? And a lot of people will refer to this in personal relationships or romantic relationships where, did you ever know somebody that didn't want to end a relationship until they had another one already lined up? That's monkey branching. You don't quite let go of the other one. So that's what a lot of people right now globally are doing with everything. Whether it's a job, whether it's finances, whether it's a relationship. We're monkey branching because we're all feeling really insecure about letting go of the things we have to let go of. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening with you. Like you have a lot of loose ends that aren't tied up or cut yet. So that energy is swirling around you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to pick 3 cards for you.
Okay.
I also feel your mom coming in right now. And I feel she's really proud of you. She's coming in really proud of you. Did you recently take a test or something?
Did I recently retake a test?
Did you take a test or you have a test coming up?
Test coming up.
Okay, because I'm seeing mom like behind you almost. Like when you take this test, like she's going to be with you, like rooting for you, supporting you.
Okay.
All right?
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not an easy test.
You're going to be fine though. Okay, so
know.
these cards are all wands, and this backs up for me what you were just saying and what I was just saying, because wands in the tarot are action. When we get a lot of wands in a reading, it means there's a lot going on, a lot of action, a lot of to and fro, a lot of give and take, etc. So the first card I have is the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is a card of complete action, competition, battle, almost like you have a lot of people around you that don't see eye to eye with you, you're in conflict with them, and you're tempted to go to battle all the time. And it's like every day it's like you're fighting your way through. I feel the advice I need to give you for this card is to not engage. Almost like you have to get to a place where you're just observing the battlefield, observing what's going on, and not letting it tie into you or become a part of you. Because when I see this card, it can be a card of a lot of activity and a lot of conflict. But I feel like you need to step out of it and be detached from it. The middle card is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is something that shows promise. It shows the man looking out at the world. He's got the world in his hands. This is a future card. This is a card where the future is yours, the future belongs to you. But it's upside down in this spread, which makes me think that this has not happened yet. You're still preparing. You're still on the stage of, in the stage of regeneration. You're getting there, but you're not there yet. But the fact that this card came out in the reading shows that you have the potential to have the world in your hands, to create whatever you want to create. You just have to stay out of this fighting and arguing and conflict. Put all your energy into your future and looking towards the future. Because the other card that I picked, the third card, which was right side up, is this 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands, if you'll see the card, it's a young gentleman and he's carrying all these wands, all these sticks. But this card is symbolic of carrying things that are not yours to carry and carrying other people's burdens. So this is a time for you, Janine, especially with Pluto and Capricorn for you, where you've really got to focus more on this, looking out at the world and creating that you want to do and releasing these burdens. Let them go, let them fly away, so you can be this person looking out at the world and creating your future. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's either, the chaos is either work or family stuff.
Yeah, and you need to just detach yourself from it, because in the long run, your future isn't here. Your future is here. Nor is your future here. You can't carry the other burdens, and you can't keep fighting with things that don't really make a difference in your personal life, because you have a future that's going to be without that. So this is the way you just got to go forward. So focus on that test. Focus on whatever you have to do for Janine, because in the long run, you only have yourself to rely on. You know, family can be supportive or non-supportive, but in the end, you are the one who creates your life.
Exactly, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, so you just, Spirit's coming in to reward you and say, we know this is hard, but keep doing it, and giving you that reminder in that those cards. I'm going to pull a soul card for you. Is there another call coming in, Bob? What is that weird noise? We've got Mercury coming out of retrograde today. That's what those sounds are. Janine, you got the superhero angel. Look at this. This is really how supported you are by the universe. They know you're doing a great job because you've got this beautiful, what I call superhero angel behind you. This is always like my Metatron card. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's just like total superhero. He's behind you 1,000%, telling you that just keep going. We know it's hard, but keep forging your path. Stay the course. Okay? Did you have any other question?
No, not really.
All right. Well, let me know how things turn out.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. So somebody who knows me from real estate just commented, they're like, you're funny, Georgia. Very different here than in real estate from what I've seen. I'll say, this is my real life. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for sharing, Janine. And thank you for everybody who calls into the show. It's really awesome when you do that. And I was going to say, Christine wants Mercury retrograde to end. Hi, welcome to the Souls. He's got to answer. So, can you tell Mercury's coming out of retrograde today?
Hi,
We're like all over.
Hi, Georgia. It's Aaron. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can barely hear you. Who is it?
Hi, Georgia. It's Aaron.
Oh, hi, Aaron. Aaron from Texas.
How are you?
Aaron, I'm shocked you're calling. Aren't you in the middle of a move?
Not yet. I'm actually, the time when the show changed, so it's kind of hard because it's usually my gym time. So I was kind of listening to you on the treadmill, and I was like, let me call in.
Well,
So,
everybody's
it's
saying they
kinda
want
loud,
Mercury
kinda like a
retrograde.
loud-
Everyone on the show today is saying they want Mercury retrograde to end, and all we have is glitches, glitches, glitches. So, but it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I tried to catch the show, but the show was a little bit different. I just thought I would call in because I kind of do have that pending move coming.
Yeah.
I can't speak today. The new move coming in.
That's
and just
because
different
we've
things,
got
and
a
I
full
thought I would
moon. We've
just
got a full
see
moon
what
in
you think.
Aries, and you know what full moons do to you,
Yeah.
especially when they're in Aries. So, so Aaron, first I want everyone in the soul space to send Aaron congratulations. Aaron worked really hard, and it was like some crazy winding path, but he got the job he really, really wanted after getting other jobs and turning down jobs and interviews, and he really persevered. So everybody in the soul space, give Aaron kudos and congratulations on that. And we want to support you, Aaron. Aaron is a positive thinker, and law of attraction got him where he wanted to be. So I'm going to pull some cards for your move. What's anything specific about the move that you want to know, Aaron?
Just kind of how things are gonna go with because I'm from Dallas, but I'm moving back, and it's a very different culture, and I feel like it could have been that I was young, but I felt like I had a very superficial life there, and I'm a little bit nervous for that, and just to see just how things are going to go and how things are going to go with the new job because I'm in training for quite a long time.
Right. Well, I do want to tell you one thing I forgot to mention, this is for everybody, is this week in particular, with Mercury coming out of retrograde and this full moon and some planets going direct and some other transits that we have, this is a week where ghosts come back from our past. So we will have people reemerging, but it's for reconciliation. It's so that we can actually see things for really what they are and very truthfully. So if those things happen, especially if you're moving back to Dallas, just know that that's happening because right now the energy is bringing stuff from our past back in so that we can correct it, get a second chance at it, revise it, redo it, restructure it, recollect it, that kind of thing. All right? So that kind of makes sense
And
for
another
me.
thing to mention, my moon is in Aries.
I know, that's why I said the full moon in Aries is, you know what those do to you.
It's gonna mess me up.
No, it's not.
No, it'll be
It's
fine.
actually, what it's going to do is make you feel restless and nervous, but it will only last a few days. Just try and focus on harmony, really like extra meditation, extra relaxation if you can. Ground yourself in nature because it's a lot of fire for you.
Yeah, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just reading a comment, Deneen, no, that didn't sound insulting at all. Okay, so Aaron, we got the Judgment card, which is a card of rebirth, all right? And you didn't move in yet. What, do you have 2 weeks?
I have 2 weeks, but I'm actually trying to. It sounds crazy, but I'm trying to move it up to Friday. Just waiting
Okay,
on,
I wouldn't
because
do
the
that. I
contract
would
is
let
for-
it be in 2 weeks. If you
Okay.
can. Because I'll tell you why. I think the things you do impulsively now may have some glitches. Right now you want to just kind of prepare. Like I would pack up what you got to pack up, do it methodically and organized. Try and actually do the physical move closer to the 1st or the 4th around the new moon. Because this is a full moon. You want to start to manifest and then they actually come to fruition on the new moon. So I would actually try and cool your jets a little bit. I know you hate that I said that.
No, it's all good.
Because especially if I just pulled the Judgment card and it was in reverse, so this means that it's a little bit of a delay. So, and I didn't know when you were moving in. I felt 2 weeks psychically, so that's why I asked. This is Archangel Gabriel giving you the message that there's a new beginning coming, that this is a new beginning that is a reward for you. But because this was in reverse and I just got that 2 week sensation, I feel like you're supposed to definitely move in closer to the 1st. Even if it's a little inconvenient for you and you have to travel or something, I just think that things are going to be better. Like I almost feel like there's something they have to do to this place before you move in. So I don't know if they're painting or cleaning or doing something, but I feel like that. Let them do it before you go in, like a minor repair or something. Aaron, I got the Wheel of Fortune card, and you know this is a card of balance. I think I've gotten this for you a couple of times before, actually, on some private readings. And this is a card where everything comes together. Spiritual, financial, everything. This is really a card of harmony. It is in reverse, so again, this is coming for you. It hasn't perfected yet. That's all that means. This is good cards. And then I have the Knight of Wands, which is you. There's a young fire sign male. And your moon is in Aries, so I'll take that. And this is you riding into, glory. If you look at this card, he's got this beautiful red feather on his cap. He's got this yellow robe on, golden light. He's actually, if you ever can pull this card or bring it up online, he's riding in a forward motion, and in the background are mountains, and he looks like he's 10 times bigger than the mountains. So this is a card of conquering. It's a card of coming to fruition with the things that you really want in your life and getting what you desire. But one of the things that is going to be your obstacle is impulsiveness, especially around that Aries moon. So just kind of let yourself be. Learn to just be. Okay, baby? So I'm going to pull...
Hey, that sounds good.
Yeah. I'm going to pull a soul card to confirm this reading. Yeah, your life lesson is you need to just learn how to just observe and let things unfold without having to go in and control them. And I think this is going to be that lesson for you. And you're going to start to see the value in that. Yeah, Aaron, if you would just be, You've got this amazing, powerful guide and angel. If Bobby can do a close-up of this card, really important. This card, I'm going to try so you don't have a shiny light on it. This card is actually someone, they look to me like they are almost in almost like a fetal position, but there's joy on their face, like you would be in meditation or samadhi at the end of yoga when we do shavasana. This is a card of serenity and rewarding the serenity, because look at this beautiful angel that just surrounds like a cocoon of safety, of protection, this person. And so when I look at this card, I completely get that rapture of being in complete bliss and harmony with the universe, and the angels just absolutely giving you reward and protection, everything. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. But if you look at the person in the card, they are calm and peaceful and in that moment of presence with the divine. So that's why you have to really take the energy down and don't worry so much. Have faith that you are fully supported by a universe that wants to reward you for your hard work. And don't question it. Don't think there's something poor or bad coming around the corner. You worked really hard for all these things, and you got to keep moving forward into them. All right.
Yeah.
What do you
Thank
think?
you so much.
Yeah, you have anything you
Yeah,
want to say?
I think the one thing that really just struck out to me was like my life lesson is to not try to control things so much. I definitely, and I think it's with the Gemini and the Aries.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Aries Moon and the Aries Venus. I like to plan things and
Right.
I'm very strategic, but I'm also very impulsive.
Yeah, that
And I like to be
impulsivity is what you
probably
have to
10
work
steps
on.
ahead.
What I would love to see you do, Aaron, is I would love to see you buy yourself something. Like I have a crucifix that I wear a lot. It's actually a talisman, and this grounds me. And I want you to find something that you purchase for yourself, a ring or a necklace or something that is on your person, that when you feel that impulsivity, you're just going to touch or look at, and it's going to automatically bring you down. And assign that piece of whatever it is, assign that thing, that object, assign that object that energy, that this is my grounding talisman. And when I see this, look at this, or touch this, it's going to bring me down so that I can sit with the emotion before I act. And I'm going to tell you really quickly, the reason why you have that impulsivity is because you don't want to sit with the emotion. You don't like it, you want to get it off you, and by acting, you throw it onto something else. So part of overcoming that impulsiveness is learning how to sit with the emotion of it.
Yeah.
So get something
Wow.
that will help you stay in the reality of that, because your power is in your response, not your reaction. Your power is in that pause. Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Georgia.
I love you, my friend. Have a great night.
Love you too. Have a great rest of your show and a great night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up the show. We've got Teresa with Tea Time next. And I will definitely pull cards for you guys next time. I may even do a video this weekend on Facebook, so stay tuned. And I love each and every one of you. Stay tuned to Facebook for all of my events and everything. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Love you.